So the future we aspire to build, there are modern marvels of technology which will form the foundation and pillars upon which the future will be built. So this much we are sure. I'm here to share a few thoughts about how the advancements in modern technologies, be it AI sophistications, metaverse, Web 3.0, are helping powering newer solutions and empower modern methods of construction, be it a smart building, a smart cities, or a better planet that we envision. The good news is that even though the future is aspirational, the tech is very real, and that future is being built right in front of us. I'm helping head one such endeavor that goes into architecture, engineering, and construction space. A bit about myself. I'm the Chief Technology Officer of Slate Technologies. I'm in the business of building bridges to the future, literally and figuratively, through technologies that transform the space. Over the years, I have built and managed global technology organizations spanning a multitude of industries and employing technologies all the way from making machines think, cognitive computing, to empowering autonomous vehicles. So smart buildings, edge and cloud computing, to understanding the mind of the machine and even making the machine speak through conversational computing and enabling better human-computer interfaces. I'm now focused on the employment of technologies such as Web 3.0, metaverse, and AI sophistications to power architecting buildings of the present and the future. Currently heading a multinational technology endeavor in the Silicon Valley startup. So what does the future have to offer? Haven't we all been curious and fascinated by what the future has to offer and what type of a future we'll be welcomed into? Is it a mysterious hand of cards that when certain events shuffle, we are going to be in for a surprise? And by the way, if you think about it, from time immemorial, humanity has been curious to know the type of future we will have. What will I be when I grow up? What type of future will the younger generations inherit? From the ancient oracles to other methods of predicting the future, this innate human quest to predict, foresee, foretell our future has set us upon a fascinating journey of exploration and discovery in a number of fields, most of which touch our very lives. So thanks to this human quest, that instead of wondering what the future may look like, some of us are in the business of creating that future. By the way, why are we so interested in predicting the future? The basic explanation is, if you know what the future is going to be, and if you don't like it, can we control that future? For example, when you're attempting to build a smart building or a smart city, if the projections don't look good financially or schedule-wise, can we then control that future? And not just control the future, but create or facilitate the creation of an alternate future. That's a bigger aspiration. So you will see how, using some of the modern technologies, we are able to simulate the future, be it, as I mentioned, a construction of smart buildings, smart cities, and if the future is suboptimal, then simulate and formulate alternates such that the future we envision is something we will cherish. So when we think about smart cities, our grand vision for the future doesn't just rest with us being earthlings. We dare to think of ourselves as interplanetary species. We want to create communities in other planets. So with such audacious goals, so where are we with the current technology sphere, and how do we see ourselves ascending to those greater heights? As we look to the future, let's also take a moment to see what parallels exist in history. So let's do a bit of a time travel and look at what has defined us as a species and what has been the hallmark of civilizations. And if you are to look at building bridges to the future, what kinds of bridges are we envisioning, and what has human ingenuity taught us so far? Some of the most enduring works of the past, of the human ingenuity, have all been associated with great buildings, be it the ancient seven wonders of the world, all the way from Hanging Gardens of Babylon to the Great Pyramids. These have been the works of human endurance and ingenuity that has defined the generation. They did all of this with whatever tools that they had in their possession at the time, and some of those techniques still remain a mystery to us. So if they were able to do this with what they had at the time, what about now? So fast forward to the present, with all the modern technologies at our disposal, the augmented intelligence, the meta, the multiverse, how are we envisioning the present and the future? And how are these technologies enabling us to build solutions for the future? Be it smart cities, how does the technology fit in? So if you pause for a moment and look at the construction of a tall skyscraper or communities thereof, it's a complex and fairly sophisticated assembly of men, material, and processes, all of which are continually monitored and can be improvised over time. So where's the metaverse and the AI connection in all of this? So let's go over what a construction process entails to understand better the interplay of these technologies. Of course, it all starts with the design, the traditional two-dimensional drawings, and now the digitized design and digital twins, creating a virtual simulation of a building to test out the design and prepare for the construction, to performing a digital rehearsal of various composites, an interesting interplay of operational schedules, resources, physical, spatial, and dimensional metrics come to the fore, to determining prefabrication of units that can be assembled on site and initializing factories to manufacture these composites. Now, once designed and the operational attributes identified, then executions, we now have advanced methods of construction, robotics and machinery that can start building out sections of the building. And we are not stopping there. Intelligence. So let's look at other forms of intelligence being pursued. So the number of areas where we have been smart about the technologies that we have employed, and in a number of cases, the techniques and technologies that we have helped invent, all the way from employing computational nanotechnologies to polymer innovations, types of cement, types of paint and surface materials that can be used in construction, to AI sophistications, be it advanced neural nets, natural language processing, NLUs, computer vision, to intent-based computations, understanding the intent of the architect and formulating solutions to be in line with it, be it a design intent, in which case it will identify better design solution, to temporal intent, finish the construction on time, to spatial intent and more. Now, as we employ advanced self-learning agents, we also incentivize these agents to compete with one another to achieve a set objective. So, should an AI model factor in proper weightage to features to enable completion of tasks on time, or should it be optimized for cost or for other objectives? We have seen models produce impressive results when they compete with each other and more when they collaborate. So computational gamifications, so let the games begin. And of course, interaction with the system through speech, conversational computing. The Web 3.0 concepts, all the way from semantic web to trust-based networks using blockchain and NFT marketplaces. In addition, we have been fascinated with Hollywood in transporting and teleporting ourselves to different universes, where we have seen AI agents help us build superhuman powers. So with all these sophistications available to us, we wanted to test the limits of a smart system and what the definition of an intelligence can be. So does AI reside in bits and bytes of computational code that alienates the commoners, or can AI be something more tangible? As humans, that which we can touch and feel and interact with, we tend to relate better. If so, can I give some form to my AI system? Can I personify my AI? can I give my AI system a seat at the table? I would like to hug my AI system. I would love to converse with it. I would want it to walk me through my workplace and guide me where needed. So here are some of the thoughts around how that personifications may look like. Well, all these concepts, the digital twins to digital simulations in a parallel universe to creating alternate futures to meta-humans and recommendations, here's where I see a huge interplay of metaverse and AI in construction, smart cities, smarter buildings on Earth and elsewhere. And we are actually putting these concepts in practice and have implemented systems and solutions that leverage these. Well, from two-dimensional and three-dimensional models, we now have created a universe that simulates a building. So let's take a walk. From a building information model, this is how the building looks in a meta-universe as it gets constructed. Now we can superimpose the physical and the digital artifacts. We can do what-if simulations. We can even play God and see the impact of weather elements. We inject gamification notions and take a tour of the building. We can inject my AI meta-human in it, and he or she will give me that tour. In addition, I can consult my AI system about the process efficiencies or lack thereof, any impediments, anything that needs my attention, and even have a collaborative session with all the stakeholders in that virtualized building on how to go about constructing it, a digital rehearsal. Well, we have done this, and this kind of a future is fascinating. We have injected gamification notions. I can take a tour in a drone. I can look at the elevation of the buildings, or I can step out of the building. I can take a tour in a truck. It's all geolocated here. If the prediction of the AI system is that we are going to be way behind schedule in this construction or have cost overruns, then I would like to foster an alternate future that the AI system will collaboratively recommend. Here's my personification of my AI system. Of course, we don't have the audio here, but it's conversing and strategizing with me to help plan and construct cities and buildings of the present and future, to planning energy efficiencies and better amenities. Well, as they say, the best way to predict future is to create it. So we are in the business of both predicting, envisioning, and creating that future. And I'm pleased and privileged, as most of you, to be part of this endeavor. Thank you.